Hello guys and welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how we can build our walls. You can see now that I changed the section line because I think this view is much better for you to learn how to make a section of the building. So now we're looking outside. The first we are going to look the section of this side. So we're going to look that there is no windows over there. So let's start building our external wall. So our height of our wall is 250 centimeters. So the first thing that I want to do in my section wall is to provide our bricks, our external bricks. So I'm going to make one brick over here and convert this line into a polyline, because it's going to be much easier to copy and paste. Let me just make a little bit section over here, so I will know how to copy and paste this correctly. Let's move this brick to our section wall. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, let's delete this, and let's just select that and the line and copy and paste our bricks to the entire world. I know this is going to take a little bit more time, but I want to show you everything that I have made. And that is it. I'm going to cut that part that you don't need. Now let's just delete these lines. But in a matter of fact, I want to save your time, so I'm not going to delete every line. Okay, the next thing, we have the brick, and now it's time for our isolation. So the isolation is going to be our sound isolation and our heat isolation. Let me just choose my layer And let's make our isolation. So this is going to be our isolation layer. Let me just put a little signs. We're going to show that is our isolation. Now the next I'm going to do is to create our stuck. Put that 50 centimeters. Just so to select the correct layout. So that is going to be our stuck layout. Let me just delete these lines that we don't need. And the last thing of our exterior is our isolation from the inside. This is not the correct term to use isolation because we're going to use gips. Let me just cut these unnecessary lines. Okay, we have done this. So now let's put some symbols over there to show that we have the isolation. Let's put these symbols over here that we show that we have a stuck. I'm going to use a symbol of 2 lines. Let me just measure our distance. So this is going to be our symbol for our isolation. The next what I'm going to do is copy and paste this isolation throughout the wall. And on this take a little bit more time, but once again I want to show you how it's made from the beginning to the end. And to delete the necessary lines. So you get the point. Now I'm going to use my match command to match all the symbols to the same layer. Now next I'm going to use the hatch command to hatch the stalk. I'm going to use this hatch all the stalk, and just use a bigger scale. A little bit more bigger. Yeah, that look perfect. Let me just use my match command to match the hatch command. And now I'm going to use the solid hatch for our gifts. So basically, this is how it's going to look our section of our exterior wall. So the first, we have a render from the facade. Next we have the exterior bricks. Then we have isolation. Then we have a stalk. And at the end we have a gives isolation. Okay, now let's make our wall from the other side, and now you can see that our section is between the window. So this is good, and I'm going to show you how you can make the section that is throughout the window. So that we remember that our exterior window is 50 centimeters above the ground. So let me close this line, and our height is going to be the 50 centimeters, and then we're going to put the windows over there. But first of all, let's make that 50 centimeters of our section with all the unnecessary elements. Copy and paste everything that we have on this wall to our new wall that we're going to make. And just like on that wall, the first wall, we're going to copy and paste everything, just like the first wall. Okay, now we have all the distance, all the elements ready to go. Let me just close these lines and put all necessary symbols. We know what is it. Now we're going to make a a little bit like a brick, looking like a brick, but this is going to be a stone brick that is going to be used for holding our window. So let's make it put this window. So our window is going to be 120 centimeters up. So the starting point is going to be here, like 2.5 centimeters away from the gips, and same over here, 2.5 centimeters away from the isolation. Let me do just these necessary lines. And there we go, we have our opening for our window. Let me just use the offset command to add a little thickness to these lines. Okay, now let's continue drawing our wall. It's going to be like the same kind of wall from the first and from the bottom wall. Let me just check that everything is okay. Okay, everything is under control. Let me just match that lines. And to continue adding these bricks for the up wall. Can you just copy and paste this? So to make our the first isolation, now the stuck, and we must put another stuck holder for the window. So I can just measure this. Okay, and let's make another Windows holder. Okay, let's copy paste the bricks all over the way. Let me just copy and paste it. These symbols for our isolation. almost finished. Just use the match property to match all the layers. Use the trim command to delete all of the necessary lines. And we have made our second ball with the window. So this is how it will look at. Now, for our time concern, we're going to make the second video of our section showing how it's going to look out the second floor plan. We're going to put it over there, and let's make sure that everything is correct. I'm going to divide this video in two and make it more easier way for you to learn. So, see you in a couple of days.